Welcome back to digital class, and this is our discussion for step 3 dispersal. Now, just a quick reminder, we are now learning about the processes of the sexual reproduction of flowering plant. So we go through step 1, which is pollination, the pollen grains transfer from the anther to the stigma. Then, because of that, we have step 2, which is something called fertilization. The male reproductive cell is fused with female reproductive cell, which is the egg cell, and it forms fruits and seed. And now this fruit and seed will go through a process or a step called dispersal, which is our topic today. So the first thing we should understand is what is the meaning of dispersal? So the meaning of dispersal or the definition of dispersal basically means scattering of fruits or seeds. So we usually call it as fruit dispersal or seed dispersal, commonly known as seed dispersal. Okay. But the question here is why we need to have this dispersal. A very important reason is to increase the chances of survival. How do this dispersal help in increase the chances of survival? There are two things. First is it prevent overcrowding, because if they are living at the same place, they'll be overcrowded. And because they are living in the same place, they will have competition. So it will reduce the competition for four things: space, water, light, mineral salt. Okay? So this is something that's kind of very important to know. Space, water, light, and mineral salt. These are the four things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, you might ask, teacher, how about like air? Maybe they are like crowded together. That's why there are not enough air, not enough oxygen. This one, so far we are not accepting this answer. You cannot put air as the answer because we are surrounded by air. So you can't say that it reduces competition for air or oxygen. Okay. Now, this only applies, again, this only applies in the context where it's in a confined space. For example, just an example, like in the lift, you have limited oxygen inside or limited air inside, and this is acceptable. Or else, this is not acceptable if it is in open space. Okay, it is in open space. So let's come and look at the 4 methods of dispersal. So we'll be learning about 4 methods of dispersal. And just to take note something very important, some plants use more than one method. Okay, some plants use more than one method. So now let's focus on our first one, which is animal dispersal. So animal dispersal, in simple, we are using the help of animal to spread or to scatter the seeds or fruits. Okay, and there are two different kind of fruits with two different kind of characteristic. So the main one here is first the fruits that's edible, and the second one, which is sticky hair, bristle, or hooks. So let's focus on A first, edible fruits. So in simple, basically means that the fruit is attractive enough for the animals to eat, then later on do something. So the fruit must be sweet, juicy, and fleshy, so it will attract the animals to eat. However, inside the fruit we have seeds, right? Seeds can be either small seeds, can be either large seeds. If it is small seed, it's actually meant for the animal to swallow it. But if swallow it, then digest, then the seed disappear how? So the nature is amazing. This small seed is with indigestible outer covering. Means that it will be swallowed, but the seed will not be digested by the animal. Okay, let me just write here. Animals swallow the small seed, but it will not be digested, but it will be passed out in their droppings. Okay. And what is happening is these droppings will also act as a nutrient for seed to grow. Wow. So the droppings will have nutrient for the seed to grow. So some of the examples of this fruit are like apples, like watermelon, like papaya. Yeah, these are the one with small seed with indigestible outer covering. So when it comes to large seed animal cannot really swallow it, so it will just throw away. So you just eat the fruit and you just throw away the seed. So some of the examples here we have rambutan, mango, and avocado. Okay, so as you can see from the diagram, apples with sweet, juicy, fleshy fruit, as avocado also, And apples have small seed, but avocado have large seed. So the next one we have fruits of fruits with sticky hair and bristles or hooks. Okay, or fruit or seed. Okay, now this type of fruit or seed will cling or stick to the fur of animal or human clothing and to be carried away. Maybe the animal pass by, you just hook on it and you just transfer to a different place. Sometimes when you like go for exercise, you go to a field, sometimes you notice, hey, your socks have something that is cling on the way there. And that is basically the seed or the fruit. Okay, but mainly the seed. So some of the examples say we have like mimosa, as you can see from the diagram, also something like love grass. Okay. Just to let you know also that mimosa actually use other methods like wind dispersal, which is something that we will learn later on. Okay, so this is basically 4 methods of dispersal. This is animal dispersal. And under this animal dispersal, also something very important to notice is the dispersal pattern. What do I mean by dispersal pattern? Means that, example, this shaded triangle is a parent plant. This unshaded triangle is a young plant. So example, this is the parent plant. And these are the small plant. But this small plant, you can see that it's just like randomly scattered. It doesn't have like a nice way of scattering. Why? Because we are now depending on animals, right? That's why we don't know where the animal will go. So it will just like randomly scatter. That's why the dispersal patterns for animal dispersal, it will be kind of random. Okay? It will be kind of random. And as you go through the next video, you learn about different ways of dispersal. They have their own dispersal pattern, which is something that's very, very important. And you see a lot of question from this part. Okay? I hope you learned something. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.